we're gonna get into um, we're gonna get into Google Classroom. I'm sure that's a term that you have heard a lot, and are probably just so probably tired of hearing. Google Classroom. Isaac is gonna take us through that and show us what that looks like. So Isaac, if you want to go ahead.
Nice. Thank you, Mr. Brooks. Yeah, like he said, my name is Isaac, and I'm going to do my best to show you the world that is Google Classroom. Try to make it as simple as possible, as fast as possible, and all this is going to be available later. So in case I said something too fast, you can ask a question, or you could look over the PowerPoint again. So I'm going to share my screen. All right, can y'all see that?
Yeah, you're good.
Yeah, okay, cool. So yeah, your students are going to spend most of their time in Google Classroom, and what they can do in Google Classroom is, like Mr. Bryan said, they can log their daily attendance every day by 10 a.m. Usually, most of the teachers have it in the Google Classroom at the very top, so it's very easy for them to find. They can participate in all their virtual classes through Google Classroom. They can check out daily updates, and they can communicate with their teachers, complete and submit assignments, and also review due dates and missing classwork. And I'll go over all this through the slides so you can see more about what I'm talking about. So one of our teachers here was kind enough to let me get into their Google Classroom, and I took some pictures and made some diagrams of what it looks like, what things might be. It might be overwhelming, but I kind of like to think of Google Classroom as like a social media for education, kind of like Facebook. So if you can see my mouse, here it has like the updates that the teachers can put out every day. So here is one that she did. And then on the left here, you see like updates from coming up days, tests. It can be homework, it can be whatever. And students also have a chance to say something to the teachers through this square right here. They can type, send a message. They can send private messages, but they can say whatever they want pertaining to this class here. So yeah, that's it. And also this is the home page for Google Classroom. So there are going to be 3 tabs at the top. The first one is Stream, and that's with this first page right here. And the next one is going to be the Classwork tab, and that has a lot more things, but I'll try to explain everything else. So on the left here, you have assignments varying by date, and I think they're blocked off in weeks. So 1 week will have all the assignments. If you click that, it'll show what that week's assignments were of. So kids don't have to scroll. Sorry, excuse me. Kids don't have to scroll for hours trying to look for an assignment from a certain week or a certain day. So that's over to the left. Over here where it says check in for attendance, that's what Mr. Franey was talking about. He said they have to check in by 10 a.m. So if they click this link right here, it'll take them to a different website where they can fill out a quick short form. And if they do that by 10 a.m., then that they're marked present for that day. Yeah. On the top left here, it says view your work. I have links to this. So if you click that, it'll look like this. And what this is, it just shows all the work that your student has either done, or it's past due, or it's upcoming. So like over here, it says missing. And that just means that it's already been issued and the student didn't do it. So it'll say missing, and it'll have like the name of the assignment when it's due. And then if it's not red, it's either due on the day or it's in the future. So if it's red, it means it's already past due. And I use this a lot with the students that I work with because instead of them, if they had questions about what they're missing, instead of them asking the teacher, I mean, it's good to ask the teacher, but instead of them like looking through and calculating, all they can do is just come to the front page right here, click on view your work, and then click on missing work. If you click on that, it brings up everything that the student is missing past due. It doesn't bring anything in the future. So the student, if they're free, they can just go through this list and start completing assignments. and get their grades back up as fast as possible. So this is the missing works tab. I'm going to go back to that middle tab of classwork, and you'll see 3 different things up here. The first one is Meet, and that's what the student clicks on when they want to join a virtual class. So if you click that, sorry? Someone say something, sorry. Usually the teacher will already be in the lobby waiting for the students. So it'll have the teacher's name, maybe some more students here. And if they click the green button, they can join the class. So that's for Google Meet. For Google Calendar, this one's cool because I believe that this shows not only it shows assignments and holidays, but not only does it show assignments for this class, it only shows this one because this is the only class that I'm in, but for a student that has 4, 5, 6, 7 classes, it'll show all the assignments. And this is just really good for planning for them, knowing what's ahead, and they can, do the work as they come. So that's Google Calendar. And then Class Drive. Now this is just for the class. If there are any textbook cutouts and worksheets that the student needs that's not in their textbook, a physical textbook or printable, they'll put that all in here, and the student can access that, print it out if they need to, turn it in, whatever they need. So that's in the Google folder. Okay. Let's see here. And the last tab is the People tab. So there are 3 tabs. The last one is the People tab, and that includes, it's just like a virtual classroom. So it includes all your classmates and includes your teacher. And your student can just go to Outlook, which is their email source, and just send their teachers an email. Or if something comes up during the class, they can simply go to this People tab, click on this little icon here, and just send their teacher an email. Or if they're in group assignments with other classmates and they need to message back and forth, they can go through the list. I've blocked up some names just for privacy reasons, but usually the names will be here, and it'll have this icon next to them. They can just go over and click that icon and send a message to the student. So I believe that is it for this. And like Brian said, this is has all our information and all our names and academies. And if you need to get in touch with us, we'd be more than happy to help. So thank you.